Ha'ole makahike ho 2025, or at least the eve of. I want to welcome everybody for coming here. This would be New Year's Eve, though I have friends already here on the stream that are celebrating New Year's Day. Happy New Year's to you. And of course, here in Hawaii, we're like the last folks that pass over there. But we have the most insane fireworks, just mind-numbingly insane. Fortunately, on the North Shore, it's not as loud. If my neighbors around the corner might have, you know, a group every other year or something, they call all their buddies and families over and the place just gets lit. But thus far, even today, I haven't heard one snap where my mom and them on the other side of the island have already been saying, oh, it's been going off since this morning. They're sending off, you know. So I wish I had a cam for that, but I'm sure there'll be somebody flying a drone around catching how crazy it gets here at nighttime. I want to welcome you to the stream. I'm going to be doing wheelie cheesy wheel, and donos without a doubt. I will be sitting here until the donos are done. Obviously, I'll take a break at some point. Wherever it is in your zone, as it gets close to New Year's, count us down so we can count it down for you in the zone while we're here with you. So I think that'd be fun. That's an audible right there. I think that should be super cool beans. So anyhow, I am going to actually start with some Wheel of Cheese. I know that I haven't had Wheel of Cheese Wednesdays, I think, for almost a month. So I know there's a lot of folks that come here for Wheel of Cheese. And as wonderfully excited as I am for the dono boosts, I know that the Wheel of Cheesies have been kind of dangling out there. So we're going to start with some Wheel of Cheese. Please remember, nothing over 7 minutes. It's an automatic punt. And outside of that, drop it in. The form is up there, pinned on the top of the chat. So, here. I got everything rigged, checked my audio. I think we're going to be starting with some Wheel of Cheese. What you see right here is not the current Wheel of Cheese. This is just the holding pattern right here, so don't worry. So let's go ahead and let's get together our first Wheel of Cheese. We're going to start with Queso Nuevo. This is our new folks, or people that the form recognizes, that folks who are the first time or may not have been putting their name on the wheelie cheesy form for a while. So let's see who these folks are today. Let's see what the chances look like in... Wow, look at that noob. Come on. I think right here you guys should have a side bet on the color. You know, Dixon, if yours is too long, you can parachute in and you can change it if you want. If you don't know how, then you can just ask one of the mods. So... Baba Gabunga, maybe that's because you're going to be on the next Wheel of Cheese, the Pobre. But for right now, this is what's showing as a fairly new wheelie here. So are you guys ready? Let's go. All right. It's crazy. I've never seen such a vibrant wheel. Okay, here we go. So the Rider Wolf Stud. Look at that. You're our new Wheelie of Cheese winner for our noobs. Are you still here, by the way? Let's see what the Rider wants. So, the Rider Wolf Stud wants us to check out some alternative. And the track is... Trials of Mana Remake. Meridian Child. So I don't know if this is a video game, whichever it is, but... oh, wait a second. I made boo-boo. My bad. Stand by. Making a boo-boo. I do that, because that's what we do on this. Did you guys already hit me on the... on the bingo card? The hell? Okay, now I've got the Rider's Wolf Stud. Process. Wolf Studios. I said Wolf Stud because I haven't even started, and that's 2 mistakes already. The user is the Rider Wolf Studios, but it cut off, so it's like Wolf Stud. I was like, okay. This is Ben Howard. The name of the track is Spirit. I so suck. All right, here we go, guys. Stand by. Let me click me over to the video scene and let's go. All right. Ooh. Starting off with some cool abstract. Let's go. A little delay on that cello.
Purple flowers as origin, you and me walking out on the gym.
Stereo delay with a little bit of an early reflection reverb.
Satellite sea, Terranean blue. Satellite sea, Terranean blue. What's mine anyway? My feelings are as the same. What's mine anyway? Spirit. Is it spirit? Purple flower.
Oh my God, listen to that kick. It reminds me of Prince's Purple Rain.
Out in May, you and me walking the Verderay. Bric-a-brac faces get in the way. Bric-a-brac faces dressed in grey. What's mine anyway? A love that cannot be derailed. What's mine anyway? Spirit. Is it
Really nice.
spirit?
Very unique ambient vibes that are bouncing around.
Is it spirit?
Jeez, look at that pedal board.
Is it purple flowers as origin? You and me walking to Verlaine. And the atmosphere is just the same. And
Well, that's a trip.
colors come out in the rain. And I walk on my own.
So the cellist does have a repeater. I thought at first, wouldn't it be easier to just put that on a repeater?
And I walk on my own.
So repeating the patterns that were set already by the cellist. Really nice, subtle, beautiful, kind of all these other ambient work that's going on in the back. I just wonder if Ben Howard this is his particular style with the band, or is this an outlier track? Really super nice, mellow way to start off the stream. Very ambient, ethereal, experimental, and kind of abstract. I think if I wasn't looking at the band in the video, I probably would have absorbed it just a little differently, because I thought it was really, really super unique how I'm watching each one of the instruments playing their parts, or the musicians. The instruments are playing the instruments. But still like going, wow, that is so far dropped back in the mix. You know, the bass line was subtle. Even the little muting stuff that I guess maybe Ben Howard must be the lead singer. What he's doing there. Everything had some kind of exaggerated reverb, delay, lo-fi kind of, you know, experience. And so this was perfect just to kind of glide in. I kind of dug it. I really did. I think it was perfect for the beginning of the stream, for sure. So yeah, I'm pumped. We did this on the Wheel of Cheese. This was a great Wheel of Cheesy start. Let's do one more Wheel of Cheese and we're gonna go right into the donos, okay guys? So now we're gonna do queso pobre. So let's hit that and see what we got here. And for queso pobre, once again, the Rider Wolf Studios, thank you very much for that. Just want to remind everybody that, of course, you know where to go. Not that much Wheel of Cheese. Good, good. I mean, it's good that people are out enjoying also. Might not have a thicker Wheel of Cheese than normal because a lot of folks might be out there sending one off into the sky. But here we go. This is some Wheel of Cheese. Let's see what we got here. Oh, slipping into the red we have here. Hey! Bobo Bunga, remember you said you didn't see? Wasn't me, definitely not fixed. Definitely not fixed. You win. That was kind of funny. That was perfect. So Bobo Bunga, that's hilarious. I think I might actually use that on some of my, maybe on the Positive Wave Rider, because Bobo in Hawaii is like, kind of being forgetful or old fart thinking. So instead of Cowabunga, I'll be Bobo Bunga. Now, actually, that's a great profile name. Okay, let's see what Bobo Bunga wants. Bobo Bunga wants us to listen to a game. I think I've heard of this game. Have you guys ever heard of a game called God Hand? That's what we got coming up right now from Bobo Bunga. This one is called Yet O.C. Mind. Yet O.C. Mind. And this is from God Hand. So, is it Murph on Earth? What is God Hand? What kind of a game is it? Let's listen to it. Let's check it out. And let's see what we got here. Nice and riffy. This has got that perfect beat 'em up, you're right. For a beat 'em up game. A little bit of a surfing 50s, late 50s, early 60s vibe. This arrangements makes these what are considered pretty straightforward chord changes really fun. Full Dick Dale. A little percussion jazz organ vibe. So it's like Dick Dale meets 007. What do you say? That's what it sounds like to me. It's like if the Pink Panther was doing a chase on a bicycle and a skateboard in the 50s on a beach boardwalk. See, I don't know what's happening here, but for me, this seems like it would also be a great, like, track for a driving game, yeah? It's got that energy. Love the bass. What's he saying? You what the law? I take it maybe those voices in the back narrative. Maybe we're listening to the track directly from the game or something, and that's part of the gameplay. Where'd the bass go? Is it me? And it loops. That was a banger of a track. It definitely had the Dick Dale, a little bit of 007 detective-y kind of vibes with those chord changes and stuff like that. Gave me, and it also had all the fun little elements of, when I say the Dick Dale thing, you have the guitar with the, didn't quite have the vibrato or the vibe tone on it, but it was just wet enough while you still had the an organ kind of set on a percussive jazz setting, you know, so it had everything where it felt like it was being very 50s. Like in my mind, I'm thinking all the things that I said earlier, and like Gidget dancing and whatever, you know, let's say per se, or something, just in a very hyper mode or something like that. But you guys say the game had its moments. And and I'm watching you guys with everything here. Briefly, I know that my little video thing here needs a little adjustment. I'll do it on this next run here while we start. So now we're going to actually start with our donos. I am going to go from top down by Boosty Boost. I have a ton of donos today, and I'm comfortably going to be sitting here through them. So let's go ahead and start with, let me see, Zerdman, or Z-Man 2008. We're coming in with Z-Man first only because he's redeeming 40,000 points. So we've got a $40,000 redemption, and that's how it just shows up on the form. And then next up is Macuzia and Ginger and Incentia. And so let's continue on now. This one here is what I had said earlier that I by accident landed on. And yeah, Bobo Bunga, that was a kick-ass piece of music, I will say. And thank you for coming by and hanging out. Okay, that's cool beans. I think this was the first time you were kind of coming through here, maybe? I don't know. I can't tell. Okay, this is called Trials of Mana, the remake by that's Game OST, and the song is Meridian Child. So, are you guys ready? Let's go. All right. Ooh, nice. That was pretty. I wasn't expecting that. Very royal. Very noble. I love the sound on this. This is nice. You just talking about woodwinds and stuff? Very nice, beautiful, subtle. This can just go on for a while. It's so pretty. This was really, really pretty. You know what? There's something that I learned now, and this was because I don't have any knowledge. Thank you for putting up with me adjusting this for a second, Zerman. Something that I noticed or that I've learned is that there are some actual chord change progressions. As I've been going through this journey with you guys, I've always said, I'm beginning to understand how anime composers or video game composers will approach certain pieces of music with certain chord structures. And I found out there's something called, strictly it's an anime thing, I think it is, or the Japanese composers like to use something called the royal chord progression. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of that, but for me, I was like, oh, I get it. Because there are names. There's actual names for chord progressions. This is this style or this style or this style. But I thought that was really cool, and I think that this actually may have fit into that. It was very noble. It was very regal, very royal. and the orchestrating. What is it? The Lord's chords or something like that? I don't know. Something like that. But I found it very interesting that there's actually a series of chords and stuff, or a progression. That's really more of it, a named progression style. But it said the word royal, I believe. I don't know. But this was really nice. It sounded very real, but it's hard to make out what the game might have been about just with this thumbnail and stuff like that. So, I don't know. Oh, you were talking bubbles? Okay, that's my saying. So, anyhow, that was really nice. What was the gameplay on this like? That would be very interesting to kind of get a little bit of a grip on. But okay, next up. Now let's start with the physical donos that have popped in. I'm starting from the top to the bottom. Makuzia. Ole makahikeho. To you, Happy New Year. Thank you for everything you've been doing, hanging out here the whole time and enjoying the journey with us, and also your very generous donations. This is for you, my friend. We are going to be doing... Let's see here. I guess this is maybe this is an artist, I'm sure. I don't know. Longman, and the name of the track is Spiral. Let's check it out. I love this with the acoustic and the bass. This is great. Wow, this has more of an acoustic rock vibe to it, which I love. I like how they're blending in the trap. This has some wonderful kind of pop rock elements in it. Great hook too. Nice little bringing on the dirt on this bridge. This was probably one of the most straightforward tracks as far as being more of a, let's say, Western acoustic pop kind of vibe to it that I've ever heard, actually, coming, you know. I'm sure there's many others, and maybe I haven't had the opportunity to hear it. But, I mean, this could have been a number of any bands in the mainland, in the West, in the Western music scene, staying really true to an acoustic pop rock kind of vibe with some really good melody. This was really, 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 really good songwriting, without it going into what I would have considered changes that I might have expected, like thinking, okay, music that comes out and it's a little more focus in this composition, might have a chord that might be surprising, but they really stuck with it, with the chords and the sounds and the production and everything, you know. So this, I really, really enjoyed the track. And there's subtitles here I was reading, you guys couldn't read because I'm still trying to make the adjustment. And I know that somebody had mentioned if I had my Spotify open, but I don't. And for some reason, I'm not able to get all the way down to the bottom of the browser on this. So I'm going to work on it as we do it, without taking too much attention away from me actually listening to the music. Makuzia, thank you so much. Once again, Happy New Year. Ha'ole makahikeho. And thank you, you know, for your kind donations all throughout the year and dropping in all the music for all of us to check out. So, excuse me. So let's continue on. Who is next? Next up is... Stand up for a second. All righty. Next we have Ginger. How are you, Ginger? I know it's been a minute since you've been in the house. How have you been? Okay, this one's going to be a bit of a listen. Also, though, very generous donation. Thank you very much, Ginger. I do appreciate that. This one is from the band Sewerslvt. Sewerslvt? Or Sewerslut. Is that what it is without... very good. Name of the track is Goodbye. Goodbye by Sewersvlt is deeply personal and emotional drums and bass piece, marking the final release under the Sewerslvt alias. The track blends melancholy melodies, erratic rhythms, and poignant vocal samples to create a heartfelt farewell. It was composed as a tribute to the artist's partner, who tragically took their own life during the creation of the album, making this piece both farewell to a loved one and to the music identity of Sewerslvt. Oh, that's too bad. Jeez. All right, well, Ginger, here we go. Stand by for a second. Okay, let's go. Already starting with some really nice ambience. The heck just happened? Oh no. Get out the bingo card. The hell. Okay, stand by. Ugh. What am I doing? Oh, that's what I get for trying to fix this thing while I'm sorry. I'm going to start. I just fully blew the vibe. Let's do this again. I love the ambience in the background, kind of settles us in, but even this little sequence that's happening here. Very light-handed, slowly bringing you into this section here. And I love the low dubstep kind of bass thing going on right now. Very low, but sustained. This is great. I'm really super digging this. I love that the bass is completely connected. There's no pattern into it. They're connecting from one to the other and holding and sustaining through, keeping the bottom real solid. It's like EDM gaze. Drop the link in the chat for you guys if you want to put this on your playlist. Yeah, Judgment, it's got that complete vibe. It's like a clubhouse sandwich. Oh no, I said clubhouse. You know what I meant. A triple decker. Very heady, very gummy worth. Oh, a little nice change up here. Could be Zeit Logic. Though it is under one title. Thanks for the explanation, Ginger. You know, for being a song that's like a dedication to a member who passed away, it's almost kind of like a really glorious vibe, this EDM combo of everything. It's really building into something like celebratory at this moment. I mean, that's how I'm hearing it. Hey, Jakin, how are you? Maybe we're getting into a part of the track that's a little more deeper and soulful, maybe representing a challenging time or something. That's the way I'm hearing it. A little bit of a dissonance, a little bit of, though albeit ambient, kind of a pulling, taffy, soulful, painful little moment here. think we have the last movement going here. Here it comes. Wow, that's kind of heavy. But I'm getting the messaging of the video as if that last bit of music was the passing, and now this is like a kind of a dark journey through life, as we can do now, really, with today's day and age with Google and stuff like that. Do something like this. I've never seen it like this, and I'm feeling it. Yeah, dark headspace, like the places we used to hang out. It'd be like going to Google Maps and going to your old neighborhood, your old elementary school, all that sort of stuff. Total recall of life kind of vibe here. Very much a life flashing before you vibe. Tell you what's beautiful about this ending is that we're going from this very full stereo down into a very small mono.
4 times a year, I rediscover Bjork and listen to her whole discography. And if you could see me right now, like banging my fucking head around, screaming along to her lyrics, you would be like, someone sanctioned this go to the psych ward. I am enjoying myself. I love Bjork.
Wow. That was that was beautifully intense. You know, I think, Ginger, that was a great story. I think so well represented. in like a soundtrack of life kind of vibe, in that style of the, you know, the ambient EDM, D&B, jungle, jungle beats, everything that we just saw, I thought was an absolute wonderful soundtrack, if you would, to hit the, you know, the person who passed away's friend who did this, you know, with the imaging and stuff. I thought it was fantastic, you know. Worthy of the 17 minutes, didn't even feel like it. I think once we were all involved in the storytelling of it and understanding that this is an ode to a member who had passed away, there's no two ways about it. It definitely had a real. It had an impact on me. Like, and especially I really started feeling kind of weird and a little heavy, because the music had already trapped me into kind of like a dreamscape kind of vibe of many different things happening, almost like, you know, an end of life replay of everything. But that little thing about the Google Maps, that's in the video, that was pretty pulling for me, because I've done that. You know, I've gone, God, I wonder what my old elementary school looks like. I wonder what my old house looks like. And all of a sudden I'm like going, I feel myself spiritually gasping, because, oh my God, that was 60 years ago. You know, and I started reflecting on it. So to see it as a representation in here as well, I thought this was brilliant, not only with the music, but the video. So thank you for sending that in, Ginger. That was really, really, really a great experience. Super experience. Okay. Next up here is Inxentia. All righty. Inxentia, we have a band, Within Temptation, Deceiver of Fools. Happy New Year to you, my friend. Oh, haole makahiki ho. And see the song. He says here the song starts at 30 seconds. So let's see what we got here. Let's go. And that's okay. We'll settle in for a second. We'll let it ride. I still have to make another adjustment to my thingy here, so allow me. Ooh. All right, let's go. Inxentia, can you give me a little background of what this is as a band? Did I take it this is a special performance, right, with an orchestra? Symphonic metal. Okay, thank you. Wow. All right. Really emphasizing more of the symphonic, at least maybe in this particular concert. That is a massive orchestra back there. I think it's amazing for such a petite human being with her voice, surrounded by such power, symphony, the heavy metal, yet it still pulls authentically. Ooh, nice. Getting floaty, getting ethereal here. All the subtleness, even the chimes. Oh, what a beast this must have been to engineer. Ooh, some nice arranging going on there. Rip those horns. My goodness. Hats off to the engineer on this. Jesus. That was tremendous. So you guys are saying that she or this band actually was before Nightwish. So they have a long history. Is that correct? The performance size, that orchestral size, was absolutely massive. So I don't know if this was. So this is 1996. When was Nightwish established? So I don't know if this was a specific show unto themselves, like they were the headliners and had other acts before, because I can't imagine that this was just let's say a layout of like Wacken or something like that, because of the size of the orchestra and stuff, to march people in and out, change things up. Oh, so they same year, but they started first, so they were right on top of each other then. Yeah, so I mean it was huge, that orchestra, and to me, I'm just sitting there going, there's 75 people out there pounding their instruments, and then you have the band members. You have the keyboardist, you have the guitar, you have the bass, you have the drums, and then you have this powerful, powerful singer, but packed into maybe 5'4" at best. And the fact that all that power behind her, that must be like being the only pilot on the shuttle as it gets launched, with all that power, and still everything has to do with this, little powerful voice that's coming out there. Excuse me. I thought it was huge, tremendously fucking huge, and it was great. The music in of itself, though, was very kind of that Nordic or pseudo-pirate, like I'm used to hearing when it comes to those bigger theatrical, symphonic kind of vibes. When it comes to metal, it's always, well, not always, I shouldn't say that, but a good amount of times it's in like 6/8, 3/4, something of that nature. Bum bum ticka dun dun ticka da da da. So that was a pounder, guys. That was an absolute pounder. Okay, next up, Gecko Gamer. How are you, the Gecko Gamer? This next track is called, from the band, I believe, Danse Macabre, an attraction in the Efteling. So Danse Macabre is a song. This is currently the newest attraction. Oh, it's one of those. It's one of those ride along play, like you're doing something here. It's the newest attraction at Efteling. I went to this on its opening day, and it had to stay 3 hours in line for it. The entire attraction moved to the tune of the music. Oh, what a trip. What a trip, Gecko. Or a point of view. All right. Oh, does this actually also have POV in the video? I hope so. That would be great. Anyhow, Happy New Year to you, my friend. Thank you so much for your generous dono and hanging out with us today and bringing this into the house. I think everything we've checked out so far that you've brought in has been the music, but I think this one's going to be very interesting for the gang here. So let's go. So I guess they're getting ready for it, right? I hear cats. What a trip. People be tripping. Wow. A little vibe of the Haunted Mansion. Wow. I love the ghost up there, or the wizard up there as a conductor. Oh shit, I'm getting nauseous. Gotta look away. I'm not looking. Wow, what a trip. Wow. That's pretty badass. It's really funny because the way it's set up, it looks like it's a bunch of jury boxes of sorts. You know, I mean, the way the ride looks and everything like that. What a hell of a lot of work that's going into this ride. The music, obviously we're listening from somebody's camera or GoPro or something like that. But it sounded like they spared no expense, too, on the orchestrating and the writing as well, even though it was a smaller kind of canned sound. I was able to hear a lot of the unique arrangements in it, but it was giving me the full-on Haunted Mansion vibes. This is obviously a whole different experience, but because that's all I have to pull from is the last kind of thing that I remember would have been Haunted Mansion-y, you know, kind of a thing. The vibes of the internal gave me that, and I thought it's got to be a hell of an experience. Now, you said you waited like 3 hours for this, and this is just a 5-minute ride, huh? My goodness, what a great experience. Ledick said the spins are real, so the spinning around, that whole thing that we saw is I guess happening within the games. It kind of looked like the ride maybe kind of as it got darker may have split open and flowered differently. And maybe got a little more teacupped, if you would. I think Kairu had mentioned something like teacup in the spinning, something of that nature. They did their own Wheel of Cheese. I thought it was great. And I was in it. I was in it enough to have to like go, oh, I got to turn away for a second. Because I actually started getting a little dizzy when it started spinning. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Gecko Gamer, man, thank you so much. Your whole, vibe for the last few sessions here have been, highlighting that. And to me, I would have never known that there was this kind of intensity. I mean, I've known that there's great composition in theme rides. Obviously, Disney's the one I know of, and I know that other, theme rides around the world always level up and stuff like this. But this was really fantastic. And I believe somebody called this, what kind of screen shooting was it? Somebody had mentioned in the chat that this was a very unique technique of how they projected, something projection or something like that. So, Gecko Gamer, thank you so much. Happy New Year to you, and thank you so much for your donation and hanging out with us. Projection mapping, gotcha. Well, for a minute, I was more like projectile hacking, watching it go around. Very well done. Okay. Next up, Oranai. Oranai, is you in the house? I'm not even making a dent in this dono list. There you are. Everybody say hi to Oranai and happy New Year's to you. Ole makahike ho to you. And let's see what we want here. Oh, we know this. Coming in from Oranai. Celldweller. And the name of the track is Lost in Time. Let's go. Oh, already playing with the ear candy. I love this.
When I'm lost in time, I'm lost in time.
I love that. What a combo.
I'm not crying, but I'm dying, and I can't help but feel I'm running out of time. A problem I'm not solving, eternally revolving. I wander from the pathway, praying you will come to save me.
I love this combo. The intensity of the synth programming and performance with the metal. What a great mix, great sound. And it says this was released 9 years ago. I find it to be very progressive. I kind of like the touch in the story, though, where it's like aliens or got control over the dinosaurs. Depending on who you talk to, that's how they believe this went down. Oh, this is badass right here. Super clean tail clipping on the guitar. Take care, Ginger. Took me a second to readjust where they decided to drop in the one based on the sequence that was established that I thought was the one, but wasn't the one.
I am a criminal without a crime. I am a genius without a mind. Always a reason, but there's never a rhyme. How can patience be my virtue when I'm out of time? going when I'm lost in time. I've wandered from the pathway, praying you will come to save me. Please come to save me. Feel lost in time.
I love the doubling of the synth sequence and the chug identically locked in unison. Super unique texture with that.
Please come to save me.
A couple of little elements of like spongle or infected mushroom infused in this. Like that. Oh, and he's pulling it back out. Even the video of this superhero shot right now, it's really super cool. Super great choice, man. I loved it. And very unexpected because I believe that Celldweller, some of the things that you had brought forth to us, had a different sound. Maybe, I don't know why I'm thinking a little more heavier, a little more metal forward in production, where this actually had a perfect balance between the metal and the punchiness and a lot of the really super cool synth wavy, I don't know what kind, if you call it synth wave or something type sounds. Oakley says Celldweller was in so many COD montages back in the day. Oh, like they did a lot of contributions? Is that what you're saying? By the way, thanks for dropping in and saying hi first time. So, but I dug it. I really dug it. I get the one thing about it that I will say is when you listen to music like this, the sterility that the synths deliver, because by virtue of how they're made, modules, et cetera, and the combination of the guitar, I think it was paramount that the metal guitar work got clipped, front and end clipped. You know what I'm talking about if you're an engineer. And this is where that works out perfect. There's no judgment on it, if you would, as much as like the necessity of doing it to keep the integrity of the whole production together. And that's where I believe the head tail clipping aspect of Chug is probably one of the most important things you can do in something like this in production wise. But then again, I'm an old fart. I wouldn't know. This is just me. So, yeah. Excuse me. So, let me see. DJ Tambor. You is be up next. DJ Tambor wants us to check out part of music called The Innocent Primeval Breaker from YS7. DJ, where are you, buddy? Where are you? Anyhow, Happy New Year's to you. And the message is composed by Masanori Osaki. This is a live band arrangement of the in-game track main theme, which was arranged by Yukihiro Jindo. The first minute of the video is the lead and backup guitar players putting on the show for the crowd and just goofing off while the rest of the band sets up. It said bad, but band. I had to So, yeah, we're watching it. We're gonna watch this. Why not? This is part of the jam here. Hey, DJ Tambor, Happy New Year. Haole makihiki ho to you for 2025. Let's go. All right.
So when I was a kid, my dad used to make me listen to Eruption 5,000 times. This is my version.
Don't touch the tips now. It'll be shocking. If you've ever seen a pentatonic scale beat to shit, that's not a bad thing. You know what I'm talking about. In phrases of four. Nice. Actually, the bass player is writing it like Michael Anthony, too. Now I take it that what she's playing is the core theme from the game, DJ? Or there's maybe woven in le motif? Oh, she's staying right on it. It is? Yeah. That's a big piece of blue cheese. little. Get it. Yeah, you guys hear that little section? I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. There's something behind it. I don't know if it's coming from the keyboardist. Yeah, of course, we're doing it live. But I don't know if there's a unison thing that was happening with the keyboard. So small. See the harmony? Who's doing that? I think that might be the keyboardist. Oh, I love that ending. Very detective, very ba-da-ba-ba. So once again, an enormously huge sound surrounded by musicians playing instruments that are just grinding through their amps. Drums are pounding away, and you have one of the most intimate instruments as a lead, which would be the violin. And yes, this is a live performance, first and foremost. I have anything that's fretless. I have the utmost respect for musicians, upright basses, fretless bass. There are fretless guitars. Very few people play them. Chapman sticks type stuff. But once again, there's just something about the power of an individual playing probably one of the most finesse. What's the word I'd be looking for there? Finesse-centric? I don't know. And be able to just tear along with it and just meet everybody at that same level. I think in some of the areas where there was obviously a tonal kind of battle that might have been going on there, I think might have been the violinist and the keyboard player. I'm not too sure, because I was watching with the guitar players and listening to what they were playing. So I don't know. And of course, the keyboard's always going to be spot on. And a lot of times, violin players will glide into their notes and still yet, excuse me, incredible performance. I love the power of the audience, too. The whole thing was fantastic. The opening with the guitar players going, full Metal Eddie on it, even though it wasn't, but you knew it had the same kind of vibe to open up, shifting off into 4-bar phrases and that kind of thing. So, yeah. Anyhow, pounding. Let's go. SB. Hi, SB. How are you? You is next B, SB. I hope you're doing well. Happy New Year to you. Hungover. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to yell. I'm not going to yell. For the rest of your song, I'll talk quietly so we don't hurt your hangover, okay? So, next up, this is for SB, for her hangover cure. This is going to be... Oh, you're okay now? Okay, good. Second cup of coffee. All right, Bloody Mary for the win. Hair of the dog. That's what you got to do. You got to get that Bloody Mary in there. SB, may I ask, what was your drink of the evening? What was it? Was it a cauldron of mixtures, or was it one thing that you fired off the whole time? Beer. Beer. Well, listen, SB, Happy New Year to you. Sorry that you're hungover, but you're on your cups of coffee. Many beers still circulating throughout. This song is for you. Thank you so much for your dono. Happy New Year. And as well, thank you all year long hanging out with all of us here. So let's see. This is a band called Reliqa. And the name of the song is Sariah. Sariah, yes. Happy New Year's, everyone, especially you, Jeeves. This is her message to us. This is my favorite band of the year. Absolutely. Their talent just astounds me. Another song from Reliqa was my number one, according to Spotify. But this song just makes me feel. Well, that's always a good thing. I don't know anyone called Sariah, but it's the intent. This one takes sing through. Wait, this one take. And to think, I'm not the one who's hungover. I can't read anything. This one take, sing through, is just a freaking joy. Hope you feel the same. All right, let's check this out with SB on the hangover journey. Let's go. Ooh, already loving this. Looks like it's going to lead us into a Phrygian moment here. What do you think, Emon?
I'm going to take you through track 5 of our new album, Secrets of the Future, which is out now. This song's called Sariah. Hope you like it.
Beautiful, subtle voice, and watch, she probably crushes.
Light shines at my feet. When it fades,
Wow, listen to that bass.
When I'm ending, I'm beginning. Light shines when I can see. A reminder of who I am. This simulation, this impulse to run. My hands in a vice, heads bowed. I'm cemented when I belong in the clouds. Sing to me, feel the void. A sound mind without answers. Make me unafraid to feel the love.
That kind of Townsend wall of guitar washed with reverb sounds phenomenal.
Cased in glass, I'm out of reach. The secrets of the future come to me. I hear them in the walls, I hear them in your speech. Cursed to see ahead, doomed to repeat. Ooh, light shines through my skin. Solid gold turn translucent.
Very trance-inducing. Oh, that was beautiful she did there.
Patterns uncovered, I know who I am. Sariah, sing to me, feel the void. A sound mind without answers.
Beautiful intervals she's doing.
To feel the love.
Big lift for the engineering here. Love that.
Light shines when
synth
I am
pad back there.
speechless, tests my will and goes with grace. Trust in lessons that she teaches till I'm grounded in my place.
Wonder if that's a little triplet thing? Oh, that bass is disgusting. What a sound. I'm holding out the Phrygian tip jar.
Sariah,
This song feels like it's going to be the soundtrack for 2025. What do you say? I'm talking about the energy, the composition, the beautiful melody, but very like, oh, heavy.
Sing to me. Sound of mine that went inside. Feel the love.
So those deeper dive bombs. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Have a nice day. Nice talking to you. Thank you for stepping in there and doing your vocals. Very much appreciated. Those dive bombs that were coming in there were all kind of jammed up with the guitars. Their genty. I don't want to say it's their genty sound, but that particular sound they have. Without a doubt, one of the most ferocious things of that track was the bass tone. As far as I'm concerned, I mean, it just kept on like, going, listen to that frickin' bass. It's mind-numbing. I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall on sidechaining or how they ran that or what they did that through or however they processed that. She has an absolutely beautiful voice. I was expecting maybe a little bit of a, excuse me, maybe a Spirit Box Ginger kind of moment where maybe they were going to go into a growl. Dave somehow got into that. They got into but I'm really happy that it didn't. And the emphasis on her melody and her singing were those beautiful skyball intervals. You know, that to me is so weaving. You know, that's like a real thick gauge needle, you know, weaving in and out of, you know, the arrangements and stuff, which I thought was fantastic. And even when it came to the solos and stuff, it was more abstract than it was in your face and showy offy. You know, so excuse me. Dave Growl, right? But I really, really, really super dug this track. And when I say this sounds like it would be the song, you know, the song that might theme through 2025. You know, 2025 is going to be a big bag of popcorn for us here on the stream. Always keeping it all about music, but it's going to be an interesting moment in the soundtracks of our life, how 2025 unfolds. I'm always optimistic and positive. But nonetheless, I thought this track just had that kind of... I think why I say this track had that kind of vibe was because there's the heaviness of what was presented by the musicians, the arrangement. You know, so if you're feeling heavy about going into 2025, that was a great representation. However, her vocals and her melody, the way it was, you know, performed and written and everything, is almost like sprites of hope. I don't know. Must be the cheese converting in my belly into some kind of like psilocybin kickback. I'm starting to kind of go, hey, man. Love the track. Really love the track. All right, continuing on. Let's see who it is. My cough. This cough again is coming back to haunt me. Oh, my goonie goo goo. Great Sage Sun. Great Sage Sun, use a Biza Uppazy. And Great Sage Sun is going to give us a run at Greg Edmondson. Oh my goodness, this is great. This stream is nothing but like live, some great opportunities to watch live music so far. The main character's staple theme from the Uncharted series. This is the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra's performance at a show, but Greg Edmondson is the composer. A Song of Adventures. Onwards to 2025. That's Great Sage Sun's message. This is Greg Edmondson, Nate's theme. Hey, Great Sage, before I start this, being I do not know what this means, the Uncharted series, is this a TV show? Like a Netflix kind of a thing? Let me know. All right, here we go. A video game. Oh, okay.
Nathan, Drake.
Wow, look at that theater.
This one's for you.
trying to manage the reverb in that place. Very royal, very regal. Big cinema. It's all big brass. Six percussionists back there. Wow. Soundgarden. But we also might be hearing a bit of the brass a little more based on whatever this is being recorded on as well. Because this is obviously not sound through console. The way the trombone and the bottom cuts through. I love that. Almost as if it's a scene of looking over after the battle and the smoke is cleared and you have won. Timpani and the taiko in unison. Oh, super
super bravo. I really super enjoyed that. We were hearing it through somebody's, maybe it was a GoPro or something, or maybe it was like one of the more recent iPhones. Well, this was 6 years ago. Obviously, whatever was absorbing, whatever mic that was on board, whatever camera unit, obviously had very uniquely too. I'm really interested if maybe it was a shotgun off of somebody's handheld or something. I don't know. But there uniquely was missing the very high end because, the speakers and the microphones we have on cell phones, they're going to be a lot more akin to high end stuff. And then the bottom end, there's this really big gap in the mids and then the bottom comes in, which is really funny. And the reason why I'm bringing this out is like, for instance, if you're outside and you're trying to record a video, but then the wind blowing is this gnarly, bassy bottom end that happens here. So, but unique unto that, it seemed like whatever it was we were listening to had that same kind of frequency response. So we were hearing the horns and all the percussion, and also, let's just face it too, the sound design of whatever theater that is as well. But I thought through and through, everything sounded fantastic. I was able to really discern between the strings and some of the lighter reed sections and stuff like this. Obviously, this was from a game, and this was a Philharmonic performance, which I guess is also not, I don't want to say trendy, but maybe in the last 10 years, perhaps. You guys help me with this because you've been out there way much longer than I do, where orchestras will play video games, music. Be funny if they played video games while doing music. So if this was a special performance, maybe that's why you were saying you couldn't find it, the original, because maybe it was ripped or posted but then taken down or blocked or something by the orchestra, perhaps. Excuse me. Very bold arrangements. And funny enough, this is the Royal Philharmonic, but the whole thing did sound very royal and bold and conquering, if you would. There were a couple moments in there that I just loved. This is like, let's chill out. Let's take a breather. Let some of the notes kind of resettle us a little bit, or come into some of the sections, maybe 8 to 12 bars of just long notes and slow phrasing and stuff like that. And then they bring us right back into it and stuff. But super cool beans. I dug it. I don't know why I did this, but I just did. All right. I'm going to do one more track, and then I'm going to take a break. I realize that if I'm going to do these long days, I got to break them up into 2-hour clunks, if you don't mind. So I'm going to do one more and take a break for about 7 minutes. So next one coming up, we're still on donos. Next one coming up is from the Kebab Seller. Kebab Seller was with us earlier today. I don't know if he still is. Kebab Seller, I'm thinking it might be... It's already New Year's for you, and it's also New Year's, I believe, for my friends in the UK. Am I correct? I think so. Because I think it was Turnip that said somewhere in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean it is New Year's, unless you're in Iceland. Kebab was here, and then he had to bail. Anyhow, Kebab Seller, thank you so much for hanging out all year long, bringing all this kind of great music. Thank you so much for your constant coming in here in your donos. I really appreciate that. And let's go ahead and see what he brings to us. This track is called, the artist is Michael Kiwanuka, and the name of the track is Love and Hate. To a Happy New Year to you as well, my friend. Thank you so much, and let's see what this is all about. All right. Trippy placement with the guitar, very unique. It's got like a little lo-fi Rickenbacker bass vibe. Portishead, yes, and also
Standing
I'm
up,
trying to think of this other singer.
calling all the people here to see the show.
LP, the singer
All my
LP.
demons now to let me go. I need something, give me something wonderful. I believe she won't take me somewhere I'm not supposed to be.
Nice and abstract where the guitar is played
You
way in the
can't
back.
steal the things that God has given me. No more pain and no more shame and misery. You can't take me down. You can't break me down. You can't take me down. You can't take me down. You can't break me down. You can't take me down. Love and hate. How much more are we supposed to tolerate? Can't you see there's more to me than my mistake?
Nice string
Sometimes I
section.
get this feeling makes me hesitate. I believe she won't take me somewhere I'm not supposed to be. You can't steal the things that God has given me.
I love the little rasp in his voice.
No more pain and no more shame and misery. You can't take me down. You can't break me down. You can't take me down. You can't break me down. You can't take me down. You can't break me down. I can see
Ooh, I'm really loving the string arrangements on this.
and I'm on the verge. For the love of everybody, I need something more. And now these dark days of trouble in the hospital. For the love of everybody, look behind the wall.
I love that with the string.
Standing out.
It's giving me a little bit of a Chris Hayes vibe. Is that the name of that artist? So I want to fall in love. Not only that, Amin, with the drums, but also up until now there has been no hi-hat or ride. So it's been kind of this march vibe as well. Yeah, I'm trying to pin what that fry is, though. Like, where's it overdriven from? Or is it coming out of a real pig nose amp or something? Doesn't it sound like it could be like just a fully crushed pig nose amp or something? And that's another unique thing, you know, that acoustic guitar that was back there and stuff, it sounded like it may have been like part of the demo, per se. Let's say the guitar player came and, hey, got this song, it's going to go like this, and really wasn't maybe focusing on playing it super cleanly or something like that, buzzy fret noises or something like that. Almost sounds like, you know, they said, oh, well, let's just keep that in there. It actually sounds kind of cool, because everything about this was really abstract. Everything about it. There was nothing that I would consider. And what I mean by that is they did a lot of stuff, a lot of toying around with tones and stuff, even like that guitar that we were listening to. But one thing I was like, okay, let's see what you do now. What do you got? What do you got? The strings didn't really come in until a little before halfway mark, with a quick little run into trem, you know, kind of stuff. And I went, okay, that sounds like a really clean section. It sounds like a sizable section. Maybe like a 16/4 or something like that. And that was the only clean, if you would, clean tone of that track that didn't get like, you know, treated up to sound lo-fi or canned or anything like that. And then all of a sudden they let the string arrangements bloom. Like no strings, no strings, no strings until we get them coming out of the chorus, or maybe it's a second verse thing that'll come in, and then we come into the pre-verse, and then we start to build and build with the string arrangements and stuff like that. And then it just carried us all the way through. But this is just one of those drill you in the head with the hook. And that's what this did. So that was Love and Hate by Michael Kiwanuka. So, and geez, here we go again. Here's another track. 25 million views, you know, so, but tremendously so, just in a more broadly attractive kind of way, taking this unique approach in songwriting and letting what I would consider things like going, hey, yeah, that's kind of cool. That was, oh yeah. In my world, I would have been like, well, let's re-record the drums. Let's re-record this. But that subtle recording technique and that authentic process all the way through to the performance, to the mix, is where the magic is, that you cannot, you know, you cannot synthesize the authenticity of something like that. Did that make sense? I don't know. I'm talking bubbles.